everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about food sensitivities and food allergies, things like that. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, then just keep watching. But if you do find yourself getting triggered by talking about allergies or food or weight loss or anything like that, then please take care of your mental health and just tune off this video. This one won't be for you, but if you do want to watch, then as I say, just keep watching. Before I get into this video, if you have just stumbled across my channel, then hello, my name is Sarah-Jayne. I am mum to one little girl called Ella. She is currently 21 months old. Where has that time gone? I make videos on this channel, from cleaning videos to motivational videos for personal development, all kind of things really. So if you like a mixed bag, then click that subscribe button. I would love to have you around, and if you're already subscribed, then click the bell button because you'll be notified of when my new videos go live. Okay, so just to give you a little bit of a backstory of why I wanted to look at my intolerances and my allergies. Since I've been 14, 15 years old, I have suffered with IBS. It's been like really bad, and I've never really kind of looked into further of what might be actually causing this problem with my stomach. Literally as soon as I eat something, it's ejected from my body from the lower end. I probably should have put a trigger warning in here to say if you don't like TMI, then don't watch either, but I'm just going to be completely honest with you. So I was finding, especially when I had Sunday dinners, it was so crazy. It was every time I had gravy, I would literally need to go to the toilet straight away. Then as I got older, more things were affecting me, and I never really figured out exactly what it was. And I'd say over the last sort of year or so, I've been thinking that maybe it could be something in the gravy, or it could be oil. I just really didn't know. So I really wanted to do a test to find out exactly what it's causing it. I didn't want to go to my doctors because, to be honest, every time I go to the doctors, they just kind of fob me off a little bit, and every time I go, they literally tell me it's a viral infection. So I probably would go to them with like stomach upset and they'd say it was a viral infection. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the actual story. So I decided to do a test. I looked online and I found a company called Test Your Intolerance, and they did a little bundle. So they did a test where they would take your blood, and then they also offered a bundle where you could actually test your DNA as well to see how you broke down fats and different things in your body. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do this entire thing because if I'm going to do it, then I'm going to do it well. And I ordered the test. The test cost me £174, I believe, in total for the 2 tests. And I also paid for 48-hour priority to get one of the tests back sooner. So the tests came within a few days, and don't worry, I'm not going to show you like any needles or anything like that, but basically it came in 2 packages. The one that tests my intolerances and allergies was a finger prick test. So I had to prick my finger and I had to fill 5 circles up with blood. It was quite funny. I literally had to like spin my arm around and then had to like squeeze it out of my finger. If you don't like blood and things like that, then they do have the option to do a hair test, but I went for the one that tested against more things rather than I think the hair one doesn't test against as many things. But I'll leave a link in the description box below so that you can go and check out what the difference is. So I did the blood test one and I sent that off, and I got an email the next day to say that they had received it and I would get it back within 48 hours. This was on a Friday, so it did take a little bit longer because it was over the weekend, but I got those tests back the following week, and I got it all on the email. So they send you through an email and everything is on there. It tells you all of your allergies first and then all of your intolerances after. So I was really surprised by some of these. I actually have more allergies than I do intolerances, which is quite surprising. So I'll go through the allergies first, and the way that they rate your allergies is from 0 to 100. I'll put it up on the screen right now, but you basically have 6 dots next to the name of the thing that it's being tested against, and then as many dots as coloured from low to high. So these first few are testing low, so 1 dot or 2 dots are filled in. And I will just say before I go any further, a difference between an allergy and an intolerance is an allergy, and I'll read it off here. An allergy is the body's immune system responding to what would normally be considered a harmless substance. The body perceives the substance as a threat and produces an inappropriate response. So an allergy can actually be fatal to somebody. Obviously you've heard of people having like nut allergies and things. It can bring you out in hives, it can make your tongue swell, and obviously when those kind of things, especially like tongue swelling, it can stop you breathing and it can be fatal. But you can also have responses such as it makes your skin itch, so like the hives, or it can cause congestion, different things like that. So kind of low level allergies. And I have always felt like, and people have made some comments before on my YouTube videos, but I always feel like I'm congested here. I've always got trouble with my sinuses, and maybe some of these allergies are actually what's causing it. So I'll talk about what I'm going to do about these allergies after. But basically here are my list of allergies. So Bermuda or couch grass, that's low. Horsehair, I mean I don't particularly like horses or really go near horses, so I wouldn't really know if I was allergic, but that is low, but 2 are filled in. Milk, that is low, but again 2 are filled in. Cod is low. Shrimp is medium, so 4 out of the 6 are filled in here, but I don't particularly eat shrimp anyway, thank goodness. Tomato, low, 2 filled in. Peanut, which I was surprised by, is low and 2 filled in. So they're all my allergies. So I'll just go through that again. Bermuda or couch grass, horsehair, milk, cod, shrimp, tomato and peanut. So I was really surprised by a few of those, especially the cod. I have eaten cod in the past, or I do eat cod. I don't particularly eat it regularly, but I've never said that I would have never have said that I've had an allergy to it. And any of these things that I've eaten, I've never actually felt like I've had an allergy from them. However, saying that, because I didn't know about them, now when I eat them I might be more prone to thinking about how it's affected me, and that definitely has happened with milk. So I don't know whether this is a coincidence, but after getting these results through, I couldn't just cut everything out straight away. I mean, I have quite a limited diet anyway, because there's a lot of things that I don't like, and I tend to stick to the things that I do like, and I do drink milk. So cutting that out completely, like all of a sudden, and cutting everything out on that list would just be a bit overwhelming for me. So I decided to work on my intolerances first, which I probably should have worked on my allergies first, but anyway. So now on to the intolerances before I go talk about what I'm going to do about these. But basically I only had 2 intolerances. Egg yolk, which came up as a medium intolerance, and then soy came up as like 100% high intolerance. So looking at my results and the things that I thought I had intolerances to, like in the gravy and things like that, it's probably the soy that is causing most of my stomach issues. So because the results for soy came back like 100%, that is the thing that I've been really looking into first of all. I have also been trying to be a bit more mindful of milk as well, but I can't completely cut everything out all at once. It would just be way too overwhelming, and they actually suggest that you do cut out things one by one. If I had like 100% allergy to something, then I would obviously, of course, cut it out straight away, but I do think I probably would have known it sooner than now, because I'm 33 years old. So yes, I'm concentrating on the soy to begin with, and man, there is soy in everything. It does say specifically soybean, and I was confused a little bit whether soy and soybean was the same thing, and apparently soy comes from soybean, so I guess Anywhere where it says soy, that's what I need to avoid. And gravy has soy in, lo and behold. So milk and soy were the things that I was looking at first. I haven't cut milk out yet, but I've definitely been paying more attention to how it's affecting my body after I have it. I tend to just have it in cups of teas, and I don't have that many cups of tea a day, perhaps maybe 2. And I don't really drink cereals or anything like that, but obviously it's in other products as well. So what I've been doing over the last few weeks since I got these test results is just really trying to pay attention to what I'm eating, pay more attention to what ingredients are in what I'm eating, and then listen to my body after I've had them. And then when I've got my head wrapped around what ingredients are in things, that's when I'm going to start to cut things out and make different substitutes. If any of you have a soy allergy or a milk allergy, throw your suggestions at me, because right now for me it just feels completely overwhelming and I just feel like I don't really know where to start, which is why I'm just starting by being a bit more aware of what I'm eating and listening to my body and how it's reacting. But yes, please get in touch if you have a milk, a soy and an egg yolk allergy or any of those. So that was the texture intolerance, which I was pretty pleased about. I was quite surprised at what came back, but I'm so happy that I'm not intolerant to like gluten or anything like that, because that would have made things extremely difficult for me, I think. So the next thing that came back was the DNA tests, and to be honest this took a little bit longer. I'm not quite sure where this goes off to be tested, but I got my test results back a few days ago. So I was a little bit like, when I got these back, I was actually really looking forward to getting them back because it was very unique to me, because obviously it was looking at my DNA, but I really felt like some of the things were conflicting. The very first thing that it said to me, and let me find it here because I have to make sure that I get this wording right. Congratulations, when it comes to restraint around food, you're blessed. You have the most positive FTO gene variation. It's given you an inbuilt ability to restrain yourself when it comes to food, including your portion sizes and snacking habits. That could not be any further from the truth that I believe of myself, because I eat so much, my portion sizes are huge, and if I think about a food, or if I crave a food, I can't get it out of my head until I've eaten it, and this is where I've picked up such bad habits. So I'm like, what is that, like, surely that's not right. But maybe it is, and it's just bad habits that I've picked up and just these beliefs that, like things that I believe of myself. So anyway, more things of what it said. It gives me a core focus. So it says, fat burning and weight. You might have noticed your body struggles to burn fat around the belly. Your ADIPOQ, whatever that is, gene variation is linked with a very low ability to burn fat, particularly around your waistline, which I do agree with, but then again, are most people prone to fat around their belly? It kind of gives you some suggestions of what to do, which is just the standard really. So reduce the amount of calories you consume. This makes you less sensitive to insulin and increases your fat burning ability. 30 minutes of moderate aerobic exercise per day makes a big difference for you. Boost your fat burning ability. So yeah, that's very kind of standard and common sense to, you know, obviously having this gene where I store fat around my belly a little bit more. Then it tells me things to pay attention to. So processing of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Choose fatty fish and fish oil as a better source of fats in your diet to make up for your ineffective gene. So it says that my gene might not be working effectively, leading to a potential imbalance of your levels in omega-3 and omega-6. And then it gives me some suggestions. So oily fish, that's salmon, right? I don't like salmon. So that's where it becomes a bit difficult for me. And then it's got a few other things in there. So again, it says appetite and weight. You are blessed with appetite control. Don't agree with that at all. So it also says processing of dietary fats. You have the genetic potential to maintain the fats in your body within a healthy range. But then I'm like, well, you've just told me that my body doesn't burn fat around my belly, so how does that work? Body size and weight regain. You're lucky to have a genetic variation that doesn't associate you with higher BMI. Phew. And then the gene that affects my fibre seems to be okay. So I feel like it was a little bit conflicting, and then it goes on to give me some more advice, which I did like this aspect of it. It's told me that a Mediterranean diet would be better for me, and it also gives you information of how you should be dividing up your portions, what kind of foods you should be eating. And then the thing that I really liked is it gives you a fitness plan that you can follow each day, and also gives you a dietary plan that you can follow each day. I have yet to look at those properly. So overall, I was impressed with the allergy and intolerance testing. I'm definitely going to be working on that. And I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about the DNA testing at this present moment in time. I'm really happy with the fact that it gives you food suggestions, like a little food plan, which you can adapt to suit yourself, and also an exercise plan. So I'm really happy with that, but I don't know if I was expecting more from that, or I don't know. I think I'm going to start following the plan and see how I get on with it, or follow the plan as much as I can to suit my tastes in food. So yeah, I'm going to do a update video of this in a few weeks, just so that you know how I've got on. Please do leave comments or get in touch if you have any allergies or intolerances, and you have suggestions of how you've worked around it and worked it into your life, because I would be super grateful for any advice. But I hope you found this video quite interesting. If you have wanted to do something like this, then maybe it's giving you a little bit of an insight of what is involved and what kind of things you might be able to get from it. Again, I'll leave links in the description box below of where I got my test, but obviously there's other places that you can get it from as well. If you did like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you again next time. Bye!